welcome back to my channel. Today's video is using an oldie but a goodie. I am pulling out the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, the original eyeshadow palette by Too Faced, the Chocolate Bar series, and I'm creating this makeup look. So I just wanted to do something fun and simple, and with a palette that is a little bit older, that doesn't really get a lot of attention on YouTube anymore, I'm gonna try and do that, to revisit old palettes and create looks, because I feel like it's very easy to get caught up in what's new and you have to have this and you have to have that. And I still do want to review the new hot palettes that everyone wants to know about, but I don't want these oldies and goodies to get forgotten about, because this is a palette that I love. It's a palette that I grab when I'm traveling or when I don't really want to think too much about my makeup, but I want something that I know is going to be able to work well. And this is one that I always go to. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to set my entire lid with this shade here, White Chocolate, just to kind of give a smooth, even canvas for eyeshadow and kind of set that primer. This step isn't really necessary. I just find that my shadow looks a little better and more blended when I do this step. What this is doing is basically keeping any eyeshadow, that, like darker colors that you might use, from sticking to wet primer and being harder to blend out. So, okay, so now I'm going to go in and apply my transition shade. Next, I'm going to go in with my crease color. I'm going to use this shade right here. It's called Salted Caramel. This is such a beautiful transition shade. It's this beautiful, warm, mid-tone matte color. So since this color is not initially really dark, I do like to go and build it a little bit. I like that it is buildable, so you can get a really like light sheer wash of color, or if you're more fair than me, one application is going to look about this level on you. But if you're a little deeper, it is a shadow that you can build and get a little more depth from it. I really like this color as a crease color. It's a really warm brown, but it's not too orangey, because it allows you to go different directions with the eye makeup. Okay. Next, I'm going to darken the outer corner just a tiny bit. I'm going to use this shade right here. It's called Semi-Sweet. And it's quite a bit darker than the Salted Caramel, and it's more cool tone. It has like this taupe tone to it, and I'm just going to put this right in the outer corner just to add a little bit more depth there, but I don't want to completely cover that warm color. So really all I'm doing is I'm taking the tip of my brush and I'm just applying it right in the outer corner, and I'm not even really moving the brush across the lid. I'm just kind of keeping it in the same place but moving it in little bitty circles. That way it has a nice soft blended look without really going anywhere. Does that make sense? For the eyelid, I'm going to use this color here. It's called Creme Brulee. I love this color. And I'm going to grab a flat shader brush. This is a 239 by MAC, and I'm just going to go and press that onto the eyelid. If you noticed, I used the side of the brush, not the tip. I used the side and I really loaded the brush up. And then I'm just going to go and press, 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 press. This color has a beautiful shimmer, but you kind of only see it if you apply enough. So you really do have to like pack it on. I'm going to leave the very inner corner of my eye bare because I am going to go out and use something a little bit lighter there. So now you have this. As you can see, the look is coming together. I think it's so pretty. It's simple, it's very feminine, very pretty, but it's not like you walk into a room and your makeup walks in before you. You know what I mean? It just gives you that really flawless, put together look without being distracting. Then I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Marzipan, and I'm going to grab the same brush and I'm just going to pop this right in the inner corner. Just going to lightly brighten that inner corner area. I always like to have a shade that's a little brighter right there. When you look closely at this eye makeup look, you don't really see a lot of separation between that color and the more bronzy shade, but you could tell how that instantly just brightened my eyes up. For underneath the eyebrow, I'm going to use a little bit of this White Chocolate, and I'm going to grab a tiny bit of this Champagne Truffle, and I like to stress tiny bit because this is really shimmery and I don't want it to be that shimmery, but the color payoff on the White Chocolate isn't enough for me, so I like to mix the two. I'd be careful though, because this Champagne Truffle is really shimmery. I almost want to grab more of the White Chocolate than the Champagne Truffle. Probably a better idea to use a clean brush too, and not one that you use for darker colors, but what the heck. For liner, I'm going to use the Kat Von D, what is this, the liquid pen liner? I'm not sure, it's just the black tattoo liner, and I have just a little sample I got somewhere. And I'm just gonna apply this on my upper lash line. I like to lay the pin on its side rather than use the tip of it. I find that I get more of a consistent line that way, and it's easier for me to apply it that way. Okay, perfect. Tiny little baby wing there, just to lift and extend my eye a bit. If you struggle with creating winged liner like this, I think the best advice is just to get a lot of practice. Honestly, when I first started doing this, I don't know, a couple years ago, I struggled with it too. My wing was not as clean as I liked it, but I just got better as I did it. And if you do mess up, if you do make the edge a little rougher or just not really clean, you can always fix it by taking an eyeshadow. I mean, it's totally going to change the look. You're not going to have that clean winged liner unless you redo it. But don't worry about it completely messing up your makeup and having to restart. What you can always do is take a darker shadow and a stiff little brush and just kind of smoke it out. You know, it's going to completely change the look from a wing to more of a smokier look, but at least you don't have to redo your makeup, you know? So if that's what's holding you back, you're worried about messing your makeup up and having to start all over, just remember you can always do that if you have to. But the only way you're going to get better is if you practice. And look at that, that's not even that pretty. Ooh. Here I am talking about how I've gotten so good at it and then I'm messing up. For my lower lash line, I'm playing with kind of a new product. It's by Pure Cosmetics, and it is called the On Point Eyeliner. I got this from Octoly, which is a website that connects brands with like YouTubers or bloggers so that we can have access to product to talk about in our videos or on our blog. So this product was sent to me. I was not compensated at all to talk about this. I basically have this to give an honest review. So the unique thing about these pencils is that they're self-sharpening. So they're mechanical. Every time you open it, it sharpens the pencil. So that's kind of neat. So you always open it and have a nice fine point. I tried a product like this by Smashbox a couple of years ago, and I remember really liking it. I think that I even talked about that eyeliner in like one of my first videos. The thing that I do remember about the Smashbox version of this is that I went through it really quickly because every time I opened it, it sharpened it, and I just felt like either one, there wasn't a whole lot of product in it, or two, I was just sharpening it more than I would have like a traditional pencil. And I don't know, I just felt like I went through it really quickly. But we're gonna give this a try. I am doing a foundation review today on the Peaches foundation, which is what I have on right now. I am gonna check in as well on this eyeliner in that video. Does that make sense? So that I can kind of see how the eyeliner wears throughout the day. I've worn this several times since I've received it. I just haven't really like paid a lot of attention to how it wears throughout the day. So we're gonna do that today. I have the shade Down to Earth, which is just a really rich chocolate brown. And I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. I have been wearing this on my upper lash line since I've gotten it. I wanted the eyeliner in this look to be a little bit more defined. That's why I went with the Kat Von D. But on my lower lash line, I almost always wear a pencil liner, whether it's something like this or it's a kohl pencil or something that allows me to just work with an eyeshadow and smudge it. So I'm just going over this with a MAC 212 brush, which is just like a flat eyeliner brush. This eyeliner does move pretty well. Like you can blend it out, which is nice. So it's very easy to work with if you want to create more of a smoky look. I have been wearing it on my upper lash line, and I've actually been really pleased with it because it does have a nice point that I can even create a winged liner with it. It's a little softer than, say, like a liquid pen like I have on now, but it's easier to work with than like a traditional eyeliner that you would sharpen. Okay, then I'm gonna pop a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. For lips, I'm using a product that I've been loving ever since I received it. It's this Jouer lip creams. I got this in a gift set from DRUGSTORE. This is the shade Tawny Rose. I also really like Dulce de Leche, and there's another one that I really like, Bear. I like Bear too. This one's more of a rose mauve color. I like these for a few reasons. One, they feel really comfortable on the lips for like a liquid lipstick. Others that I've tried feel really dry initially. I like that you don't have to wear a lip liner with this. You can get a nice clean line just by using the applicator. They stay on the lips for a really long time. I have put gloss on top of these to give a more glossy look. I have noticed with some glosses though, you get like that buildup in this inner part of your lip, which is not cute. So when I wear these, I have decided that it's best to probably wear them alone. My lips have felt a little bit more dry, not necessarily when I'm wearing the product, but the last week my lips have felt really dry, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm using this product so much or if it's because the cold, dry temperatures have completely dried out my skin. It's probably a combination of both, to be honest, but I did just want to throw that in there because if you use these and you feel like your lips are dry, I just want to say I kind of feel the same way, but I still like them. I keep wearing them. So anyway, all right. And that completes this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I still need to do a video on all of the palettes that I have, but I grabbed this palette because I feel like this is a palette that I feel like doesn't get enough attention anymore because it is a little bit older and everyone's so focused on what's new on YouTube. I think it's nice to revisit old palettes and create looks like this. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next video. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye guys.